That's up to you.
I am going to be Empress.
Yes, you are.
I was going to have them killed anyway.
That's what she said. Oh, look, I almost got all the coins.
She is truly your daughter then, isn't she?
Yeah, I only killed 4. All right, the end.
She was going to have them all killed anyway.
Yeah.
Huh.
What will history tell us? That the daughter of a murdered empress ascended the throne up a mountain of corpses, carried by an assassin named Corvo?
It wasn't quite that bad.
No. They'll say that little Emily Caldwin I came to power in an age of terror and corruption, and that she did her best in a world that is not kind to little girls or empresses.
Oh, there we go. That's better.
What a world coming into power.
Yeah. Oh, that's Samuel.
I feel bad about that.
But whether the stories told mention you by name or not, she will remember you were there, Corvo.
Aw.
Emily putting her little Emily down on her grave.
Yep.
Dunwall and Chaos.
Yeah, well, that was not the worst ending. It wasn't a great ending.
It was not a great ending, but
All right.
you did well. So
we are going to review this game so far. As far as what we've seen, I liked it.
I did too.
I mean, some of the mechanics were a little bit clunky, but not bad.
Not more than you'd expect from a game of its age.
Well, okay, it's not just that, though, because there's older games that have amazing mechanics. There's older games that have crap mechanics. There's new games that have crap mechanics.
That is true.
Graphics for its age, I thought were pretty good. Can definitely tell that it was made by the same people that did BioShock. The whole mana and health, physical abilities and magical abilities, that that combination worked well together. I think I actually like these game mechanics better than the BioShock ones.
Alright.
I think that just mechanically, at least, this is definitely the better game. I like the stealth aspect. I like the fact that you're not supposed to kill anybody, and we just didn't do very well at that ourselves. That's a PEBCAC error between player and keyboard. Well,
Player and controller in this case.
I don't know, whatever. I got the acronym wrong. Doesn't matter. So you know what I mean. I liked the story. It wasn't a very involved story, but it was interesting. Left a little bit wanting because we didn't really find out a whole lot more about the outsider, but there's more coming.
Susan Sarandon. Callista was Lena Headey. Alternate street speaker Carrie Fisher. Look at these names.
There's lots
Brad
of
Dourif,
names.
Michael Madsen, Chloe Moritz.
We may have to replay these. Holy cow. We're going to have to... Alright, we're not going to replay the credits. We're instead going to go to the... we're going to go find a website that'll tell us. But there's a lot of people. Holy cannolis.
You know who Lena Headey is.
Yeah.
Cersei did a voice in this.
So did Princess Leia.
Yeah, I know. This is all...
Celebrity acquisition. Yeah. No kidding.
Holy crap.
I don't
Madsen.
remember hearing Carrie Fisher. Do you?
No. She was a street speaker.
Yikes. That's pretty cool. There were a lot.
A lot of famous voices. Susan Sarandon. you couldn't have had me pick her out
Yeah.
as...
We could replay some of the missions. Yes, we can. But my play style is... I could go back and do 100%, but I don't care that much. I like the stories. I like finding out what the stories are. So, we've completed this story. I may at some point go back and replay the entire game. Probably will do a bit better on the completion, but the point of it would not be the completion. It would be to try for that pacifistic as possible option.
It would probably not be something that happened on stream.
It probably wouldn't, because it may take multiple restarts because of multiple failures, which, especially at the beginning when our ability to knock people out is not quite as well developed, not being able to shoot them from across the room, not being able to possess them and walk them off stage to take them out. So we're probably not gonna replay it on stream, not for a while at least, not when we've got lots of other things to do that have story.
And what may happen is that maybe something we throw up on the YouTube channel then.
Yeah, that's a possibility, is we could put that up on YouTube instead of doing it live. You guys have seen the story. I would get a little bit bored doing the same story over, even if we were going for the pacifistic ending. So, things that we rate a game on. Graphics. I thought the graphics were good, especially for the age of the game.
Yeah.
Obviously,
I thought was great.
The graphics were probably equal to some more recent games, but not the latest games. But it's an old game. First of three? Are there three?
Well, there's Dishonored, The Death of the Outsider, and then Dishonored 2.
I thought there was a third. Maybe they're talking about a third, and I missed. And that's what I'm thinking of. Could be, but I like it so far. So graphics, gameplay. We talked about gameplay. That was fun. It was enjoyable gameplay. It's a little bit frustrating if you can't do the jump to a particular spot. That's fine. I get that they do that for a reason, because that would short circuit certain things and it would make the game a little bit too easy. So,
and there were ways around it. So that's good. That's a good thing, that it's not always as easy, and you have to use a mix of abilities. I barely used that time stop, but I was afraid that if I didn't, he was going to kill her before I could get to him. So just as an added bit of security, I thought, okay, we're going to slow time, pop up there, pop over, take him out, and see how it goes. And it worked. First time, amazingly. So yeah, I like the gameplay was good. Definitely put it on that. So story, I liked the story. Loved the story. It
wasn't a very complicated story. It was in many cases very cliched. The final Kitten figured out the final twist several chapters ago, and I can't say that she's wrong.
You say it's cliched, but what it is historical.
Well used. It was as soon as it was mentioned, it was the obvious thing,
What else are you going to do tonight, Silvertree wants to know?
Well, what we will probably do is see if we can move on to the next one, I think.
Move on to the next one, or do the DLC, because you talked about the DLC.
Oh, well, okay, DLC. We'll do the DLC first.
Okay.
We'll do the we'll check out the DLCs, and
we'll see
hopefully
what we have access to
we'll see what we have access to. We can't really do a whole lot until the credits are done, so... So we've talked about gameplay, we've talked about graphics, we've talked about story.
I love the story, honestly. Even though I know you said it was cliched, but...
Well, yeah, but it wasn't badly done either.
It was historical. I stand by that statement.
Okay, that's fine. It's stuff we've seen before. It was a little bit predictable. That's not necessarily a bad thing if it's still done well, and I thought it was done well. I would have liked to have seen more. It felt like a slightly short game.
I actually feel like I would have liked to have known more about Sokolov.
Yes, we didn't have enough time with Sokolov. I wanted to see more with Slackjaw. We got a little bit there, but not a whole lot.
I would have liked to have had more to do with the outsider connections.
Yes, we didn't. It's like he was taunting us through this, but we didn't get enough of that. I would have liked some more information there. It comes across that this guy's been around a long time, and we don't really have that confirmed. We don't really have that explained. So there was room for more story. Now maybe they didn't put it in because they were planning on additions, but that's fine. If they knew this was going to be the first of multiple stories, then okay, I get that. Replayability. I think there is some replayability, but it is a fairly linear thing. I think it wouldn't have changed the story much if we'd killed some of the targets, the main targets that we just sent off to a mine or that we sent off in a boat. I think if we had not killed some of the ones we did kill, again, I don't think it would have done much to change the story. The bit at the end, yes, we probably a bit of tone here and there. But overall, it was a linear story.
Yeah.
BioShock was very similar. Neither one of them are open world games, so it's not going to work like Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed is a very open world. I've wandered all over, stumbling from one mission to another in that game. In this one, you've got to do them in order, and that's how they tell the story. So maybe I don't know, combining a really great story with a true open world is sometimes very difficult. Assassin's Creed definitely pulled it off. They didn't quite pull off both of those here, but it's still a good game. I enjoyed it. I would absolutely recommend that if you like this kind of game, this is the kind of game you're going to like. You're going to like this particular example of the type of game that it is. So if you liked BioShock, you will probably like this game too. All right, I think that is probably it for our review. Let's give it stars out of 5.
What do you think?
I would give
You
it...
start.
All right, let's talk about story. What would you rate the story?
4.5.
I'd give it a 4.
Okay.
I think it was good, but it needed a bit more. Gameplay.
I didn't actually play the game.
I'm going to give it a 4 on gameplay.
I was going to give it a 3.
I'm going to give it I liked it. It's
All
okay.
right.
So there you go. On average, we're probably both looking at about a 4 so far with...
Right.
Okay. Graphics. I'm going to give the graphics a 4. I think
I would give it a 4 as well.
they were very good They were very good. They are currently a bit dated, but that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Replayability.
Replayability. I'm going to give it a 3 on replayability. I think it's worth playing at least twice to get a good ending and an evil ending. I think beyond that, unless you're the kind of person that really likes to get things at 100%, you're not going to. It's not necessarily going to be something you want to do. And I think getting the 100% would be very, very frustrating.
I would say a 2.5 to 3 as well.
Just because it's worth. I think it would be worth doing. I wouldn't have problems coming back to this exact game to play it again for the good ending. But
I would say that overall, for replayability, if you are interested in the story, 2.5. If you are interested in the
if you want multiple endings and the 100%,
then
it's
3, 4.
3.5. So on average, a 3.
Yeah.
So we're on the same page. About a 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Overall, I'd be comfortable giving this 4 stars. A solid 4. I think unless you really just don't like the style of game, so BioShock was not your thing, If that's the case, you probably won't enjoy this one either. But if you played BioShock and liked it, you're gonna like this one too. If you like Final Fantasy is another pretty fair example of a linear story game, I think if you liked that, you'll probably like this too. I think if you liked Assassin's Creed, you'll get this and you'll like some of the aspects, but other aspects will annoy you because it's not even as open world as the older Assassin's Creeds were.
That is very
but it wasn't
accurate.
designed to be, so that I can't complain that it's not what it was never designed to be in the first place.
I wish we could have been able to explore the city a bit more.
I agree. Okay. So there we go.
That said, downloadable
Dishonored
content.
1 gets 4 stars from us.